Hey guys, it is Saber ASMR here, and I wanted to do a different type of video today where I show those who are beginning artists certain types of tips and whatnot. Now, the first thing to do is figure out what are you going to do. Are you going to be a traditional artist or a digital artist? And now the next step is to just start drawing because what you may not realize is not everyone starts off great, but you just gotta keep practicing and practicing. Now, another thing is when you are drawing, references are just like your best friend here. Like, for instance, you're trying to draw something in a particular pose. Take a look, like go into Google and find the pose you are looking for. It is a lot better to take things from human life and put it into your artwork. So whether you're just trying to get an outfit or trying to get a pose or whatever, references will help you. Now, there are some people who say that tracing will help you. I actually advise against this because some people do not like when you trace, and another thing is I feel that tracing will only put you in a certain aspect. So try drawing on your own and you'll be getting somewhere. Now, another thing is ask for critiques on your artwork because I find that you won't get better unless you figure out what it is that you're doing wrong and what you can improve. Now, whether the criticism is constructive or not, that depends on who you ask. But constructive criticism is the way that you want to go. Now, on to color theory. See this little creature here? Their body is a light brown color. So you want colors to stand out, but not stand out to the point where it's making your eyes hurt. So like softer colors, like maybe like a soft blue color or a soft purple would help. Now, if you had a light colored character instead, I would say use darker colors for accents and like a brighter color to bring out the eyes. Now, say you see someone else whose art is better, but that do not make that discourage you, as no one is better than anyone. Like, even people who have amazing artwork, even they see things in their art that's flawed to them. But also, another thing, do not compare yourself. Because if you compare yourself to others, it's not going to be well for you. Hang on, I need to take a drink. Now, another thing that you need to know when being an artist is that you're going to make mistakes, but the best thing to do is to not rush it. Because you want to take your time in every single piece that you do. Whether you're just making a character or making an entire scene with a background. And another thing, as I said before, do not get discouraged. You're gonna have moments where it's gonna seem rather impossible. But I know that you can do it. You just gotta bear with me. Now, I'm not coloring this all the way because I didn't want this to take too much time. But, like, basically, if you want to start getting into art, you should just start doing it. Like, put the initiative to do it, and you can do it. Now, say you're having troubles. Oh, let me just skip that back up over there. I kind of made a bit of a mistake there. See? Even I make mistakes. Now, as you see this thing over here, looks nice, doesn't it? But if I hide the line art and the actual colors and show you the sketch, you can see how it's very rough and whatnot. But rest assured that your rough sketch will be, in fact, just that, a rough sketch. And basically, that's what you want to do first, is start off with a sketch, then do your line art. Now, if you're doing this with pencil, just take your pencil and lightly sketch it out first. And as you are drawing, take an eraser and erase the extra lines. Since most of your characters that you draw are going to have a basic outline, like of how you want them posed and whatnot. Now, like, I'll show you my line art later actually. And let me just pick this color from here. Oh, hang on. And I will give you an example. Like, male bodies tend, oh, hang on. Male bodies tend to be more like box-like in basic appearance. Because for some mistakes that I've seen when people are drawing guys is they like to have a bit of more curve to it. But guys do not actually have that curve that women do. Like, for instance, that's the male body, and this be more of a female type of body. Since females have that little curve right here, and I know that there's like different body types, but they always have that like curve that goes like down like this to where their hips meet. Where guys just, they don't really have a curve there, as women's hips are more outwards than men's are. Now let me just get that out of the way. And what you want to do is like do a basic skeleton structure. Like, yes, I know the whole little like stick figure looking thing looks a little weird, but it will help you get things proportionized. Proportionize it, that's definitely a word. Like, say a guy was like looking this direction, or his body was in like this sort of direction, you would have it shaped something similar to this. And again, don't put that curve there if it's a guy, because unless if you're trying to make it like a very feminine, a very feminine, a very female shaped like guy, don't put that curve there. But it's basically what I wanted to do is give you guys basics little instructions. Not really instruction, but more tips and whatnot. And, well, I'm going to finish coloring this later, but I hope you guys learned something from this, even if it's not very informative, because I'm not a professional artist. I haven't gone to things like art school, but I do know like certain basics that help me. And as for things like shading, because I noticed that I have shading on this, when you are shading, you want to think about how light would reflect off of someone. Like, say a character's face was looking towards like a light post. The light would be more so on their face, where other areas would be dark. Now, there is a common mistake where people use black and white for shading. You do not want to do that. Like, when you are coloring or shading, you don't want to use pure white and you don't want to use black. Like, for what I did with the dark shading here, I took the light brown and I turned it down a few notches. And for the light shading, I went I took this color and made it lighter. What most people will tell you, you can ask anyone that white and black are nice, but they're not used for like main colors. Cause even even things like what seems to be black aren't pure black. And it just doesn't look well when you're shading with black or you're like shading with white. That's why you use like the lightest color of whatever you're shading and then and like a couple tones darker for like the darker shading. And I cannot really think of anything right now, but I do think that later on I will make more ASMR videos that pertain to my art if you guys would like that. It was nice to go on this little informative journey with you guys, but I will talk to you guys later. It was fun. Have a good night. Peace out. Namaste. Mwah.